Hey War Eagles, I'm Carson Coleman. Today I'm here with head football coach, Coach Munoz. Coach Munoz, we're coming off of a very exciting Friday night. What does the first win of the season mean to you, the team, and the program after all the hard work they put in the season?
It means a lot. There's a lot of things that people don't realize that goes into the game of football and the hard work that you have to put in to only get 10 chances, guaranteed chances in a season to play a football game, and what all goes into winning a football game. They're not easy. They're not easy to win, and there's a lot of preparation and hard work that goes into it. But very excited for our kids. They've gone through the ups and downs the last couple of years, and for them to keep battling and have a great first half, have a tough third quarter, where some might say the momentum started switching, but they came back and they battled hard. And when we got it to overtime, I brought them all together and told them, winners finish, and that's what we're going to do tonight. And they believed in it, and we finished the game and came out on top, and it was exciting to see the kids and the guys and coaches all excited, and the fans, and some of the student section running on the field. That was an exciting part. But we want to do more of this. And that's why we work here, and that's why we go to work every day and go to practice every day, because we want more of this, and that's what we're pushing for. Yeah.
What was your favorite part about Friday night?
Oh man, there's a lot of good parts.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part was when we got to overtime and I saw the look in the guys' eyes when I brought them up in that huddle, and the determination, no matter what, that they were going to win that football game, and they wanted it. They wanted it real bad, and it showed when we got to overtime. We made the plays we needed to win.
Mm-hmm. We had a lights-out defense the whole game. What made that happen?
I think you look at the first half, we turned them over. I told Coach Prophet all week is, we need to at least make them punt 3 times.
Yeah.
Or turnovers can be put in there as well, and we did that. We actually did it 4 times. And I told them, I said, if we do that, we'll win the football game. And, the good thing is that when we did do that, the offense scored points. Mm-hmm. In past games, we've been struggling getting points in the red zone. Friday night, we didn't. We finished drives. We drove the ball across the field there. Late third into the fourth quarter, had a 7.5-minute drive to take the lead. But again, the things we've got to really harp on is, defensively is we got to eliminate the big plays, and that's what they did. They had some big plays that we've got to stop those things. And offensively, we can't stall out in the third quarter. We got to come up shooting on all cylinders and be ready to go. But like I said, I was proud of the way the kids came back and fought in the fourth quarter and scored, and then we got it to overtime.
Mm-hmm. Offense really locked in during overtime. They executed well. What adjustments did you guys have to make that happen?
The Northside did a great job on our outside run game, and that's something that we thought we might have an upper hand on them, just the way they were playing. But they did a good job adjusting, so we had to make some adjustments and run the ball in between the tackles. And a lot of it was Braden Carroll in between the tackles, but we also did some good stuff with Dylan Likey as a fullback running in between the tackles, and he had a heck of a game. Of course, Braden scored 3 touchdowns on the ground, threw for 1 to Connor Autran, and then Jaden Cortez, again, I can't say enough about him and how hard he runs. And he's a quiet guy, but man, he plays hard and he does everything we ask him to do. And then it was just an overall team effort. Up front, we got a lot of young guys up there, and they're blocking their tails off and to keep drives alive and moving the pile and all that. So very excited about the future with those guys, and can't wait to see what we do this Friday night.
Mm-hmm. Like you mentioned earlier, the student section stormed the field. What does that mean to your players?
I won't say names, but we had guys with tears in their eyes, and that means it means something to them. Very emotional. It's tough. It's tough to win football games, and when you go for a while and you don't have a chance of winning a football game, or you're close and you don't end up winning, it hurts. It's hard because you put a lot of work and effort into in this game. And to see the guys just have those emotions and hugging and running around celebrating, that's what it's about. the hard work they put in to enjoy those times.
Like you said earlier, our quarterback, Braden Carroll, had a great game, both passing and running. What growth have you seen from him this season?
Just fitting into that position and what we're asking him to do. Most quarterbacks are going to, turn their back and not want to do it when we tell them, hey, we're going to ask you to run the football a lot and maybe not throw the ball as much. But he's attacked it head on, and he's done a great job leading the offense. And he did a great job Friday night running the football, and then we asked him to throw it. He did a great job throwing the ball as well. So he's growing. He's only a junior. He's only going to keep getting better. And it's just a comfort thing for him, and I think he's starting to get to the point now where he feels comfortable. He knows we'll call his number and ask him to make some big plays, and he did it Friday night.
How did the coaching staff work together to produce this big overtime win?
We just, again, we work well together. We're there pretty much every day of the week.
Yeah.
We know what each other likes to eat. And it's one of those things where once you get a good gelling with the staff and camaraderie with each other, that you can have good communication on the game day as far as what we need to be doing or adjustments we need to have. And that's just part of when you got good coaches and a good coaching staff that work together, things gel, and it goes a long way.
Who are some players that stood out to you? We've talked about a couple players, but who else stood out and played well?
These guys don't get enough credit, but you look at the offensive line, Wesley Wybert, Alex Moreno, Connor Kikarsme, Julian Medina, Dante Carrillo, Diego Cervantes, Connor Autran, Keila Arizmendi. I mean, all those guys that are doing the dirty work that people don't, they're not getting the praise for it. Everybody wants to see, hey, Evan Gordon had this many rushing yards, scored a touchdown, or Jaden Cortez did this, or even Dylan Likey's kind of been in the light, and he's now starting to get there with the carries he's having. But those guys that are paving the way offensively, it's good to have them and things that they're doing to help us. But defensively, Sam Klein, Jacob Stout, Diego Juarez, Sloan Hollis, Santiago Cortez, Edwin Reyes, Gibson Ricketts, all those guys that are doing really good things on defense for us. And I could keep going on and on. All the guys on special teams, Ronald Vizwet, he's doing a great job kicking for us. I could go on a list of just all the guys and what they do, even if they're not playing, the guys that help us on practice time and scout teams, giving us a great look to get us prepared for the games. It's a team effort, and that's what we like to have it, and I'm proud of the guys and what everybody's doing to accomplish the goals of last Friday night, and now moving on the goals for this Friday night.
Speaking of this Friday night, what is the biggest takeaway from last week that you're going to use to help prepare for Bentonville West this week?
I told the guys, you got to enjoy the win.
Yeah.
But we got to move on. We can't sit here and still be on the high from the win on this Friday night. We got to move on, and I told them that Friday night after the game. You got to move on from this. Enjoy it tonight. You wake up Saturday morning. It's a new day, and you got to start prepping for Bentonville West. They're a good football team. They're very athletic and skilled, and that's something that I've been harping on them all week. Is it's great to get a win, and you got to enjoy it, but. We want more, and the only way to get more is you've got to move on and prep this next week better than you prepped the week before, and that's what we've been telling these guys.
What challenges does Bentonville West present, and how are we going to counter them?
I think you look at them, like I said, they're very athletic. They do a lot of good things on offense as far as they got a running quarterback. Their running backs are really good. Their offensive line blocks well. Then they got receivers that can catch it and take it to the house on you if you're not in correct coverages or playing your keys correctly or not tackling well. They can hit you in one play and be a touchdown. Defensively, they fly all over the place. They're very aggressive. Their D-line plays really hard. Their linebackers, again, flying left to right, side to side. They've got high motors across the board. Same thing with their secondary. So we just got to, like I said, we've got to be prepared. We've got to execute our game plan. and kids are up to it and up to the challenge, and we're looking to try and go get another one.
Give us a little bit of a game overview and what we should expect to see on Friday night.
Depending on the weather,
Yeah.
hopefully, I think it's in our favor if it's a messy weather game. They like to throw it a lot, and I think that eliminates them, somewhat throwing the football.
Yeah.
We like to run the football and clock management type thing, and when you can high-powered offense like that, try to keep them one-dimensional. It makes it a little bit easier on our defense. When you can kind of get a good idea if they're not able to throw the ball because it's so much rain out there, or the balls are wet and slippery that they're going to be running the football. It kind of helps you defensively, but we still got to be prepared for the passing game. And then again, we've just got to execute up front, control the ball, and then we got to make plays on special teams. And if we can do those things, it's kind of the game plan we've got going into this.
Okay, thank you so much, and congrats again on a very, very big win last Friday night. But we will be live this Friday night versus Bentonville West. It is at Bentonville West, so make sure you tune into War Eagle TV. Go War Eagles!